Hi folks, welcome to Thursday's Coffee with Jesus. I'm just going to ask one very simple question. What is evangelism and how should we do it? You get lots of books and lots of ideas, and if you're not a Christian and you hear the word evangelism, you're probably going, last thing I want to do is be evangelized. And a lot of us as Christians, we think, well, what is it? Well, I think what we look at today helps us really see what it is. So we're John chapter 4, verse 28. This is the woman at the well. The disciples have returned and are surprised that Jesus is speaking with her. And we read this. Then, leaving her water jar, the woman went back to the town and said to the people, "Come see a man who told me everything I've ever done. Could this be the Messiah?" They came out of the town and made their way towards him. As someone has said, evangelism is one starving beggar telling another starving beggar where to find bread. Here's this woman, and notice the excitement. In her excitement, she left her jar. She brought her purpose for being there was to get some water, and she left that to go back and tell others. Sometimes people come to church for many different reasons, and I hope that they so encounter Christ that they forget those and they go back. And by the way, I think that's where a church really cracks it. It's good if Christians invite people to services and courses and everything else. It's better if we speak out of our own experience. But I think it's even more incredible when a non-Christian comes, and I think a church has cracked it, if you like. I think you're on the cusp of real revival. If people come in and then go away and say, whoa, you've got non-Christians going telling non-Christians that they need to come and hear this. I remember one time a man who was a journalist came to our service, and afterwards he was writing an article, and afterwards I saw him on his BlackBerry, and I said to him, "Is this you sending in text to your editor?" And he said, "No, I'm texting my partner saying you need to come and hear this." It was just so encouraging. And I think this idea of, could this be the Messiah? You know, in the UK, they're talking about the quiet revival, or elsewhere they're talking about the quiet. Now, I don't think it's a revival, but what I think it is, it's a cultural sea change in which, in particular, young men are asking, could this really be the way? Is Jesus the one? Is Christianity the right way to go? And in this past week, I've been reflecting on that because there have been two things that have been really encouraging. One is I spoke a few weeks ago at an event for students in Newcastle here in New South Wales, and I've heard of one young man who became very interested and has since become a Christian, which is lovely. And then there's another young man I've been corresponding with who's wrestling back and forward with lots of issues, and he wrote me last night to say that he'd become a believer, which is just beautiful. It's really just beautiful. I was thinking also of my wife getting a text from a former colleague. It was lovely again, just the interest in Scripture and so on. So, I mean, and the woman's word was so effective. She just said, "Could this be? Come and see. Could this be? Come and see." And they came out of the town and they went towards him. That's really what all we're doing in evangelism is come and taste, come and see, come and hear. And it's wonderful. If in your church, or if in my church, I had the vast majority of Christians and non-Christians who come going away saying, "Hey, you got to come and hear this, you got to come and hear this," we wouldn't have to worry about church growth. Anyway, I will love you and leave you with that. God bless you, and see you tomorrow. Bye.